everybody, this is Heather, and today I went to the store. I went to Target as well as Books A Million. As you can tell from the title of this video, this is a book haul, and this is the biggest book haul I've ever done, even though I've only had a couple, but still, it's pretty big. So we're just gonna get started here. So from Target, I purchased Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard. I think that's how you pronounce her last name. So anyway, the cover of this book looks really cool. It's like a crown with blood dripping off of it, which is pretty awesome looking. And the inside of it is also really pretty. So just by looking at it and not knowing at all what it is about, it's already a book that looks like something I would like to read. So I actually didn't even read the inside, like the dust jacket, until I got home, so I didn't really know what it was about. But turns out there are two different kinds of people. You've got red bloods and silver bloods. And so in this world, red bloods are like beneath the silver bloods, and the silver bloods have powers and they're like the nobility or whatever. But it turns out that the main character, in front of the king and everyone, she discovers that she has a power, but she's a red blood. So it's just, I guess the king has her pretend to be like a lost silver-blooded princess or something. So it seems like there's going to be a lot of adventure, politics, and there's going to be a little bit of romance as well. Dark Places by Gillian Flynn. So this is about a girl whose family was murdered and it got pinned on her brother. But then, like, as the years progress, something happens where she doesn't really suspect her brother anymore, and so she's trying to figure out what really happened. I don't really know much more beyond that, and I honestly don't really want to know much more. P.S. I Still Love You by Jenny Han. Now, if you'll remember from my August wrap-up video, in August I read To All the Boys I've Loved Before by Jenny Han, and I said that I didn't really know if I would pick up the next one. But because my goal for the rest of the year is to read, I believe, 20 more books, I wanted to pick up a book that I would just fly through to help, like, with the quantity of books that I want to read. So I'm not necessarily concerned about the quality of them. I can't really tell you much about the second one. I don't really know much about what's going to happen. But from the first one, you may remember that she writes letters to all the boys she's loved before. And at the beginning of that first book, they all get mysteriously sent out. And hilarity ensues. So anyway, this will be, I don't know, I think, because this is the second one and I don't believe there's a third one or there's going to be a third one, but it'll be nice to kind of have some ends tied up. Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell, and I've never read a Rainbow Rowell, and I figured it would be perfect for my first one to be Fangirl because everyone fangirls about it. So yeah, if you don't know, this book is about a girl, and I think she has a twin sister or a sister or whatever, and they're going to the same college, but they're, you know, gonna have like their own lives. And the main girl writes fan fiction for some fandom that is apparently similar to Harry Potter. That's what I've heard. And there's a romance. So I'm hoping this is going to be light and fluffy, romantic, nice read for me. So, oh cool. I haven't even opened it yet, obviously. This is a really cool edition. It's got like a cup of coffee on the front, like kind of engraved a little bit. It says calf. I guess maybe that's the main girl's name. I don't know. I just bought all these books because I've heard great things about them. And there's like fan art in here. That's really neat. What? Next from Target, I purchased another Gillian Flynn. It's Gillian. It's not Gillian, because that just sounds weird. Gillian Flynn. I got Gone Girl because I figured if I'm gonna get Dark Places, I should also get Gone Girl because that's the, at least to me, it's better known. So the premise of Gone Girl is this man has a wife who disappears. No, I just watched the trailer of it yesterday for the movie. You're not sure if he's the one who's responsible for her disappearance, or I don't even know if she's dead. I'm bad at this today. I don't even know anything about these books that I'm picking up. But they have this like notebook or a journal of the wife, and she says that she doesn't trust her husband and that he might be her killer or he might hurt her in some way, and he's adamant to everyone that he was not responsible for her disappearance. So it's apparently ingenious, irresistible, terrifying, blah. Finding Audrey by Sophie Kinsella. I've heard a lot about it from Kat from Katie-tastic, and she loved it. I guess it was their Booksplosion pick of the month or something. Apparently it's hilarious. The main girl has serious anxiety, and it's describing her like kind of going through life with this anxiety disorder, and I guess she meets a boy, and there's romance and comedy, and you get a really good insight into the mind of someone with an anxiety disorder. Next, I have the books that I purchased from Books A Million, and starting off, and I've already read this one, by the way, because I got this one earlier than today, not that it matters, but I bought Shatter Me by Tehereh Mafi. Oh my god. Anyway, okay, so this book, it was really bad. Really bad. It was terrible. But not in a way that I don't want to continue the series, so it's really weird for me to describe this right now because it was just so bad. I mean...
And here I proceed to go on a rant about this book, but basically all you need to know, it's about a girl who has the power to kill people with her touch, and there's a love triangle, a lot of love triangle-ish stuff, and it's sort of dystopian, and you'll hear a lot more about it in my September wrap-up. So I'll stop rambling now, I guess, now.
I think I've put in way too much effort trying to explain this book, so I'm just gonna switch to the next one. So here we go. I'm just kind of going to do all of these really quickly because they're very related to each other. The next book I purchased from Books A Million is Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. Now, if you'll remember, in August I read A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas, and that was my first Sarah J. Maas book, and I loved it. So, since everyone here on BookTube seems to love the Throne of Glass series, I figured I would give it a shot. So I did, and I have already read this one, and I really liked it. I feel like the protagonist, Selena Sardothien, is a great role model for girls. I love her character. I love that she's totally this badass assassin who also loves to wear pretty dresses, and she loves to read, and she just, I don't know, it's like she breaks the mold as a female character, which I really, really like. And she has a soft side, she has more of like a tough side, and I don't know, I really, really like her. There is a little bit of a love triangle in here, but it's done well. I feel like this is an example of a book that does a love triangle well. It's not vomit-inducing like Shatter Me. So basically, the book starts off where she's in a prison camp. The prince of the world or whatever in which she lives asks her, basically offers for her to be in this competition where she could become the king's champion, aka the king's personal assassin. So of course she wants to do anything to possibly get her freedom, so she agrees, and the book basically, this one, is the entirety of the competition. So I don't really want to say anything or give anything away. There's more to it than just the competition. There's magic going on, even though the king has like banished all magic, but there's some like magical elements that are happening, and there's like politics that are happening and rebellions and all this stuff. So it's just really interesting, and I am excited to continue reading, which is a good segue into the last 3 books I purchased at Books A Million. Crown of Midnight, which is book number 2 in the Throne of Glass series. Heir of Fire, which is the 3rd book in the Throne of Glass series. Queen of Shadows, which just came out a few days ago as I am filming this on September 4th. So yeah, I'll probably have read it by the time I post this video. So this is a signed copy also, which I just thought was a nice little touch. Obviously, I didn't go and get it signed. I purchased it signed, even though, yeah, there we go. Isn't that cool? I'm probably going to marathon the Throne of Glass series very soon. So I just went to New Jersey, and while I was in New Jersey, I went to Target with my very best friend Rachel, and I asked her, please limit my book buying because I will be tempted to buy books, so only allow me to buy one. I ended up buying two, which isn't so bad, but I thought I'd record this and add it to my September book haul because technically they're books that I bought in September. So here we go. I purchased Off the Page by Jodi Picoult and Samantha Van Leer, and this is the companion novel to Between the Lines, which I loved so much. So I really wanted the next book, Selp, Helf by the wonderful Miranda Sings. And again, as well as Off the Page, I have already read this because it takes about like 30 minutes to get through. You'll hear a lot more about it in my September wrap up. I don't want to get too into it, but if you are a Miranda like I am, it's a must-have. It's hilarious. So again, yeah, you'll hear more about it in my September wrap-up. So back to past me. So I truly hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And if you've read any of these books, don't give anything away. I beg you, I have not read any of them except for Throne of Glass and Shatter, so you talk about those all you want. Except don't give anything away for people who read in the comments. So yeah, big book haul. Let's see if I can hold all of them. Whew, this is already really heavy. Okay. Oh god. Ooh, there's just a lot of hardcovers. Ooh. So that's good. I'm just gonna put this down now. And yeah, so I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.